Andrew Cooper, Associate Director of CIGI in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. We're in the Excel Centre at the media highlights of the G20 Summit. What's fascinating is what you get from the outside and what you get from the inside of the G20. Outside, it's fairly typical of star power. You hear about Obama coming into London. You hear of Gordon Brown, in terms of his hosting of the G20. But inside, it's not those sort of star power. It's who comes through, who has the sort of moments where there's scrums of attention by the assembled media from all sorts of different places, G20 and beyond. What was interesting this morning, of course, was the mix of people coming through. You had Bob Geldof, had an op-ed in the Financial Times this morning about a stimulus package for Africa. Fascinating, because of course Geldof has been to G8 before, but this is really his first appearance at a G20. And media goes to him like bees to honey. Very interesting in terms of who wants to have pictures of Geldof and hear Geldof. We had a number of cabinet ministers coming in from London and the UK. Labour, of course, the government of the UK is fighting for its life, so they've sort of come into the G20 to try to get their message. Peter Mendelsohn, Alistair Darling, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, all, of course, trying to put a very positive spin about the G20. And finally, of course, getting back to the media, this is the G20. It's not just the media that we're used to in terms of Britain, the United States, Canada, and the other G8 countries. We're getting Chinese representatives from the China Daily and other media centers in China. They give a very different perspective on these type of events. You have this sort of image of Bob Geldof being interviewed by some Chinese reporter. This sort of gives a very different impression about who is here and who's trying to get attention and why. We'll continue this because, of course, we're only half through the big day, the 8 hours of attention for the G20. I'm sure there'll be other people before the official sort of scrums and press conferences this afternoon around 4 o'clock, but I think we'll have some other events before then, and we never know what sort of is predictable and what is unpredictable in a G20.